as I try and help people to understand what it's like to leave a cult and how to help them, you know, have a bridge where they can come out of there and have people to talk to and learn from and feel like they have a safer space so that they can deconstruct and be able to hear what we're saying. I thought it would be good to share with you the reasons that people are leaving from over there, because the left has a lot of sweeping generalizations and assumptions about the right and who they are and what they're doing and the reasons that they leave. And I thought that it would be good if I actually told you a lot of the reasons that they've told me, or that you've told me, or that I've had in videos, screenshots, etc. So I thought I was going to give you like 10 or 12, and I have almost 50. And I'm sure I have forgotten some. So if you remember some I forgot, please add them there. Or if you have one I didn't write down, please add that there as well. Okay? So Epstein, simply saying that there were no files. Making fun of people that still believed in it. Like when he's like, oh my gosh, you still believe in that? You're so stupid. That really lost a lot of people. Saying that it was a hoax. Lost people. The tariffs. When people realized how they actually worked, yeah, he lost people. Seeing Trump get rich, and they're not getting richer or getting more money, and all of a sudden he has a ton of Bitcoin and money. Yeah, no. The Charlie Kirk Memorial being a political rally. Big time hit to Trump. The way Jessica Kirk acted at the funeral had people wake up and say, wait a minute, what is going on? And that had them start investigating things behind the scenes. Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson, and the way that they're talking about Israel, Charlie Kirk, it just has them awake to Israel and Gaza. A lot of them didn't even know what was going on in Gaza. What Trump said at the memorial, when he said that he hated his enemies and he wished them the worst, that caused people to leave. Trump immediately blaming the left when CK was hit and not even there being an investigation. They did not like that. How immigration is being handled. They don't like these guys walking around in masks. They don't like the images that they're seeing. They saw that Trump was lying about the violence in the blue cities, you know, when he was saying, oh, there's all these gangs and there's violence and so we have to send the National Guard in there. And yet they saw us out there dancing and singing and holding candles and being our usual selves. They realized that he was lying. Using the National Guard when you're seeing these emergencies and they're out there mulching, taking selfies and doing dances with people. Clearly there was not an emergency. Things don't feel any better or different than Biden. Well, they feel worse, but they were saying like, what's any different? Like this is the same. They act like there's going to be this big change and there's not. He's acting like a dictator. They don't like that. Concerns about Social Security, when originally Doge was throwing that around, that scared people. They didn't get a Doge check. That small percentage that really believed in that, they didn't get one, and that was upsetting because they thought that they were going to get some help, and they didn't get it. His mental decline. There's like, this is not the same guy 16 years ago. He's not all that coherent. That is concerning. Elon's salute. That first day, you had MAGA leave, and they contacted me, and that's how I know. So we've been having conversations ever since. That Gaza AI video where Trump had the statues and acted like it was going to be this Las Vegas over there, that upset a lot of people, and they said, no, thank you. Maybe he's the Antichrist. Saying that Gaza would be a resort destination, that America was just going to take it over. Not okay with them. That recent Grim Reaper video of Russell Vought being the Grim Reaper, saying hide your babies, that was a few days ago. Yeah, that literally had people say, I'm going to show up at the No Kings rally. The mass firings that we had at the beginning of the year and that we continue to have, not okay. believing that Trump is run by Israel. They think he's bought and paid for or controlled some way by Israel, so they don't trust him or the rest of the administration. And that's where a lot of them are. They're very stuck. They don't know where to turn, who to trust. And that's why I think it's important to give them some space to be able to figure this out. And that's what I've been trying to do with people, and it's very successful. He hasn't ended any wars that he said he was going to end all of them in 24 hours. Nope, not happened. The military parade. Didn't like the military parade. They felt like he was trying to be like Kim Jong-un or something like there, and they saw how cringy and how uncomfortable the military was, and that made them go, oh, no, no, no. A lot of them do not like JD, Peter Thiel, and that whole gang. Creeps them out. They don't want them next in line. And if Trump picked them and has them around, they don't like it. Makes Trump untrustworthy. People losing benefits. Now, while a lot of them haven't gotten letters yet, some have, and it has them scared to death. They didn't hear about that on Fox News, did they? When he attacked Iran, people started burning their stuff. Tax on tips and overtime was not what he promised at all, and a lot of people were counting on that. The way he and Pete Hegseth talked to the military, a lot of veterans did not like that at all. RFK and the whole, we're going to figure out autism, and then it's Tylenol. And then some of the stuff like that happened in Florida where they're like, no one needs vaccines. You don't have to get them. They're like, no, we would like the vaccines. Thank you. Feeling the heat of the higher prices and not knowing how they're going to cover their bills. There's panic there. The overall feeling like they were lied to. And I understand people go, oh, that's what you voted for. That is not what they saw in their algorithms. That's not what they saw from Fox News. They still don't know what Project 2025 is, half of them. Family and friends finally breaking through to them. Just meeting people from the left and realizing they have some of the same beliefs. Like I saw someone saying they had a party and some the people they didn't know, and some people were from the left, and they got to talking, and she realized, oh my gosh, I have a lot of the same beliefs. I just didn't realize that. So she became open to those conversations. The feeling that we are intentionally being divided by Israel, by a lot of people in the administration, certainly Trump, and the elite. Stephen Miller's crazy speech at the memorial had people saying Antichrist, Nazi, scary, evil, dark energy. The Jimmy Kimmel free speech situation, did not like that. Caring more about the tech bros and getting their attention and their money more than, and over caring about them and what's going on with them. Going back and forth on the tariffs. Like, if they're great, then why didn't you just put them in? You change every day, you take it back, you lower them, you hire them. Like, what is going on? Looking weak and clueless with Putin. The way he talked to Zelensky in the office, they found very off-putting and embarrassing. Saying how he was going to take over Greenland and Canada and Panama Canal and all that stuff was just weird. And why would you fight with people you're at peace with? And it was like, they're like, he's just doing too much and he's just acting out of control. People that have dealt with narcissistic abuse are waking up and going, oh, this is narcissistic abuse, and it's snapping them out of it. And people that are waking up in their own religious cults, and when they wake up to that, they recognize, oh, and I'm in another cult called MAGA. So there is 47 reasons right there that aren't just they're feeling the pain. This is very complicated. They are very cut off from the world that you think that they see. So I'm going to continue to get on here and teach about cults and be the bridge between the two, because if the left thinks they can do this all by themselves, I just don't understand what they think the future is going to look like, because these people aren't going to evaporate, and they need help and they need education, and we have that. We have that to offer them. And when people have done it with me kindly, it's really helped me so much, and I've always been grateful for that, and I'll always try and pay it back.